Okay, good.
Faster. Did you guys get back out to the pasture? He called me, but I didn't answer him. I thought
Levi was going to send an email, or he did today, I think,
Okay.
to
Good evening, and welcome to our Glendale City Council meeting. If you would like to comment on any item on the agenda, please fill out a gold speaker card and hand it to the police officer in the back of the room. The mayor will call your name when it's your turn to speak, and you can make your way to the podium. All speakers have 3 minutes. If you'd like to talk about a topic that's not on the agenda, please complete a blue speaker card and give it to the officer in the back of the room. Items that are not on the agenda are heard at the end of the voting meeting. Glendale has 7 city council members. Mayor Jerry Wires, Vice Mayor Joyce Clark of the Yucca District, Councilmember Jamie Aldama of the Ocotillo District, Councilmember Ian Hugh of the Cactus District, Councilmember Bart Turner of the Beryl District, Councilmember Ray Malner of the Saguaro District, and Councilmember Lauren Tolmachoff of the Cholla District. This meeting is streaming live on Glendale's Facebook and YouTube pages and the city's cable television station, Glendale Channel 11. Thank you for joining us.
All right, welcome everyone. Welcome to Glendale City Council meeting of September 26th, 2023. This meeting is called to order. Okay, we know he's here, right?
He's here doing.
Okay, so we have a council member that stepped out. If you'll take note, Ms. Bauer, everyone else is present. We'll go ahead and skip our roll call at the moment. The next 2 items on our agenda are the invocation and the Pledge of Allegiance. Joining us tonight, this evening, will be newly elected chairman of the Tohono O'odham Nation, Mr. Verlin Jose, and Vice Chairwoman Carla Johnson. Chairman Jose is the 20th chairman of the Tohono O'odham Nation. Vice Chairwoman Johnson became the 2nd woman elected to the position in the Tohono O'odham Nation. Chairman Jose will be delivering this evening's invocation. So gentlemen, if you're wearing hats, if it's appropriate, if you'd remove them, if everyone in the audience would please stand up for the invocation and remain standing afterward for our Pledge of Allegiance. The Pledge of Allegiance tonight is going to be from Gwendolyn Cole. She's a Deer Valley High School sophomore. And I kind of caught her off guard tonight and asked her if she'd lead us in the pledge. So, Chairman, when you're finished, if you'll just remain standing up there, we'll have Gwendolyn come up and do the Pledge of Allegiance, and then we can get our meeting rolling. It's all yours, sir.
Honorable Council, members of the community, the audience, thank you for allowing me to speak to our Creator this evening. But natukam tam kachim or shumtan hoigda either tash mo either tash matama see has haitju but uhujit humichkam edam kokona of chipkan shumtan hoigda uhujit tapo joke chipkan uhujit humichkam but natukam tam kachim simtan hoigda uhus edam humichkam skigik. Creator, we come to you this evening. We come to you this evening and give thanks for a beautiful day. We give thanks for all our leaders, our community members. We ask for blessings upon our leaders and our people that we might do things in a good way. Creator, we ask for blessings upon this city, the people that live in the valley. Creator, you know that there are many prayers that we have in our hearts for the people that are here, the people that can't be here this evening. Creator, we just ask for your continued guidance in that way as the sun sets in the east and it rises tomorrow, that we continue to walk in the way that you want us to walk in our service, as our service to our people, that every day that we give the best that we can, Creator, for we are only men and we only can give what we have, not only in our minds, but in our hearts. I ask for blessings upon the council here as they continue to lead their city to bigger and better and greater things for the people of the city. Creator, I ask all these things in my most humblest opinion, in my humblest heart, for all my relations. Yeah. Thank you.
Amen. Thank you. Gwendolyn, if you would.
Please join me for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Gwendolyn. Chairman, if you'd remain there, sir. To the public, the city of Glendale, the nation, has become strong partners with the common goal of improving our communities. At this time, I would like to take a point of personal privilege, invite Chairman Jose to provide an update on his nation, what they're doing in and around the city of Glendale, their economic development efforts within our city. Sir, the floor is yours.
Honorable Mayor, honorable members of the council, members of the audience, thank you for allowing me a little bit of time on your agenda. Mayor Wires, members of the council, my name is Berlin Jose, and it's an honor to be here representing the Tohono O'odham Nation. It was good to see Councilman Turner, Councilman Adalma, at our inauguration earlier this month. We have brought gifts from the inauguration for the entire city council. I first got to know many of you when I served as vice chairman for the nation from 2015 to 2019, and some of you I knew before. I look forward to strengthening those relationships as we move forward. Many of you might know, or you may not know, that one of my mottos in life is building bridges, not walls. Let me take this opportunity to introduce the Honorable Vice Chairwoman of the Tohono O'odham Nation, Ms. Carla Johnson. Oh, she also serves as the PR person.
Good evening, honorable members of the council and community members. Thank you so much for sharing this evening with us. I just want to reiterate what Chairman Jose is speaking upon, is building those relationships and ensuring that we reinforce those bridges, because I think he's done a lot of work with you to build that bridge. So we look forward to continuing this relation. Thank you so much for working with us and being great neighbors and being great stewards for your city. So we appreciate any time that you give us to further these relations. So thank you from your neighbors from Tohono O'odham.
Thank you, Madam Vice Chair. Yeah, we serve as PR, selfie takers, you know, all the above. Both of us firmly believe that when people and communities work together with the womb of the Baichi Skook, together we are stronger. After getting through some challenging times, the Tohono O'odham Nation has developed great relationships with the city of Glendale. A great many of team members at our West Valley casinos and Glendale residents. This world-class facility, and let's say world-class, has experienced great success and had an overwhelmingly positive impact on this region. It will continue to have a major impact for decades to come, because as I always say, failure is not an option. The nation is currently moving forward with the construction of our fifth property located at Loop 303 and Northern Parkway. This beautiful new facility will complement the entertainment attractions in Glendale and create jobs and economic opportunity for the entire region. As you know, in the coming days, we are celebrating a construction milestone tomorrow with the installation of the facility's final steel beam. Our construction team is working as fast as possible to complete this project by late next year. Keeping in mind that we're making sure that we're going to build this facility to last and test the times to come before us. One of the reasons we have been able to move so quickly has been the very positive relationship between our team and members of your city staff. Thank you. We appreciate your ongoing support in getting this major economic development project up and running. I look forward to working with you all, with all of you, to create more opportunities for our communities in the fast-growing West Valley. Thank you again for this opportunity and your partnership. With the womb of Baiti School, together we are stronger. Thank you, Honorable Mayor, City Council, members of the audience. Joshua Simhuigat.
Thank you. Hold on. First, now I'll drop this thing. I didn't know you were bringing gifts, but I have one for you also. And so, if you would allow me to present this to you. It's a very nice wooden box, but inside the wooden box, I won't be able to get it out. All right, who put this thing in there, Ryan? Huh? Okay, there we go. Okay, anyway, on the one side, it actually has our really old seal. This is Glendale, Arizona, when we were incorporated. And then on the opposite side, you'll notice it has a key, and it's basically like a key to our city. I want you to have this. I want you to have it with pride. I want to thank you so much for the partnership that we've developed over the years. It's been incredible, and you've been a big part of our community, and we hope to continue to keep working with each other. She wants to get a picture, so we can stand over here just a little. How's that right there? Pretty good? He's got the box.
I tend to lose my keys, but I won't lose this one.
Thank you so much. Gwendolyn, where'd you go? Where'd Gwendolyn go? She gone. Okay, well, tell her again, thank you for doing that, would you? Okay, so next is a proclamation.
Mayor?
I hear somebody.
Yes, sir, right behind you. Point of privilege, if I may. Yeah, thank you, sir. Had the privilege of joining the Thon Optum Nation and welcoming the new chairman and the vice chairman. I want to thank the two of you for sharing your culture and your traditions with us. It was fantastic. It was great. We thoroughly enjoyed ourselves. Not many people know, but the Thon Optum Nation isn't just in the state of Arizona. It crosses over the border into Mexico. And with that, I want to say, muchas gracias, te apoyamos mucho, y muchas gracias por apoyar nosotros. And welcome to Glendale, and thank you so much.
I forgot to mention the gifts that you have have our saying on there that together we're stronger. But most importantly, I think you should have received what we call a friendship pottery made by one of our Thon Optum members in one of the remotest communities out there. And the friendship pottery represents just that, friendship. It depicts people holding hands in a circle, because we will continue to hold hands. We will continue to be joined forever. That is our philosophy. That is our thing in life as Autumn, is that you'll always be a friend. You'll always be welcome by the Dawn Autumn Nation. Thank you, Mayor.
Okay, now Gwendolyn shows up. We were talking about you. Okay, so we're going to do a proclamation, and so we have the General Federation of Women's Clubs. How many women club members have we got here today? Come on up here, would you please? If you're able to, come on up. Watch your step on this cord behind me. Just kind of wrap around here, if you would, please. Yeah, you're not wrapped over there. You're kind of like out on the. Come on in. There you go. There you go. Okay, so who is the boss? Okay, well then you stand right here. Those two. Okay, so I'm going to read a proclamation, and then I'm going to give this to you. We'll get a picture of everybody, and I just want you to know how much City of Glendale, our council appreciates what you folks do each and every day. Proclamation to City of Glendale, whereas the General Federation of Women's Clubs, or known as GFWC, is a 133-year-old international federation of women's clubs. Not one of these women were a founding member. Okay, yeah.
Thankfully.
Right. Okay. I thought it was funny, but okay. A 133-year-old international federation of women's clubs with more than 60,000 members, and is dedicated to community improvement by enhancing the lives of others through volunteer service. They're located at 1734 North Street, Northwest, Washington, D.C. And whereas the GFWC inaugural National Day of Service, September 30, 2023, is a day in which all of GFWC comes together in service to highlight and raise awareness about food insecurities. And whereas the GFWC Glendale Women's Club has been a member of GFWC since 1902, whose club continues to be one of the largest and oldest GFWC clubs in Arizona. And whereas the GFWC Glendale Women's Club is celebrating the clubhouse building 110th birthday by asking for birthday gifts of non-perishable food items for Westside Food Pantry, whose mission is to provide meals, non-perishable food, and food kits to individuals and families experiencing food insecurities. Now therefore be it resolved that the Mayor of the City of Glendale, concurring therein, designates Saturday, September 30th, 2023, as GFWC Glendale Women's Club National Day of Service to battle food insecurity. Be it further resolved, I urge all citizens to join me in a special observance mission to provide meals, non-perishable food, and food kits to individuals and families experiencing food insecurities. It was signed by Chief Clerk and myself. I'll give that to you. And we stand up there, we can take a picture, or we can stand back. What works better for you? Standing back a little bit? Okay, look. Well, you don't want the podium in the way, do you? Okay, go ahead and look over here. Over here. Oh, okay. All right. Well, hang on to me.
Mary Cruz, come up.
Okay. There you go. Just hang on to me. We know. Thank you, ladies. Thank you so much. Thank you. Sure, absolutely.
Thank you, Mayor, and everybody in the City Council. They've all been so supportive of the club for so many years, and we really appreciate it. I want you to know that, you know, it's really an honor for us to be here tonight and to accept this proclamation. It is our first National Day of Service in GFWC, and they hope for it to be many more. But I do want to send a special recognition to the Historic Downtown Glendale Merchants Association, who have partnered with us to help this food drive be a success. So they've got boxes in their shops. And I just, what we say in GFWC is it's a team effort. Together, everyone accomplishes more. So This was a team effort, and we invite everybody to come to the clubhouse tomorrow, 3 to 6 p.m., and let's all celebrate that old brown building and do it upright. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mayor.
Okay, next on the agenda is the approval of the minutes, is the consideration of the minutes from September 12th, 2023 voting meeting. Council members, do you have any corrections or additions to the minutes? Hearing none, can I get a motion to approve September 12, 2023 minutes?
Yes, Mayor. I move we approve the minutes of September 12th, 2023 voting meeting.
Second.
I have a motion from Councilmember Hugh, a second Councilmember Thomashoff to approve the minutes. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Appears the ayes have it. Do you have it? That motion carries.
Mayor,
Yes?
point of personal privilege.
Go ahead.
Before the Tohono O'odham leave, and I think they are on their way out right now, I was a professional potter for 20 years. And the very first class that I took was Indian pottery making. And my piece looked nothing like this when I was done with the class. This is a hand-built pottery piece. It's native clay, it's baked, and then the painting on it is with native dyes. And to smooth this out, it's all smoothed by hand. This took hours to make, each individual piece. And I'm not sure people appreciate all the work that goes into a piece of pottery like this. So to the Tohono O'odham, thank you very much, and it will be a piece that will sit by my desk forever. Thank you.
Very good, thank you. Okay, consent agenda. We'll move to our consent agenda items 3 through 23. My understanding that Councilmember Clark would like a separate vote on item 18. Is that correct?
Yes, Mayor.
Okay, do you need 18 heard separately or just a separate vote?
On 18 is separate, not 70.
Do you need a separate
Separate vote on
explanation
18.
or just a separate vote?
Separate vote on 18.
Okay, all right.
Mayor,
Go ahead.
I move we approve consent agenda items 3 through 17 and 19 through 23.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion from Councilmember Turner, second from the Vice Mayor, to approve the consent items 3 through 17 and items 19 through 23. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Appears that passes. Now we'll go back to the one that you would like heard separately. Councilmember Clark, item number 18. Did you?
Authorization to enter into an intergovernmental agreement with AZ Board of Regents and Arizona State University for increased academic achievement.
Did you need a discussion or you just want a
No.
separate vote?
Separate vote.
Okay, so no discussion on this. Can I get a motion to move that?
I move we approve item number 18 on the consent agenda.
Second.
On a separate vote, not consent agenda.
It's still number item 18 on the consent agenda.
Okay. I'm just trying to make sure we do it correctly,
Did
but it
we-
will be a
we
separate
vote
voice
the
vote
consent?
or roll call
Okay.
vote. Okay. Can I get a second?
Second.
Okay, we have a motion from Councilmember Turner, a second from Councilmember Aldama for item number 18. On a roll call vote, Councilmember Aldama, how do you vote?
Aye.
Councilmember Tomachoff, how do you vote?
Aye.
Councilmember Hugh, how do you vote?
Aye.
Councilmember Turner, how do you vote?
Aye.
Councilmember Melner, how do you vote?
Aye.
Vice Mayor, how do you vote?
I will explain my vote.
Go ahead.
As is my habit and practice, I do not vote for 5-year contracts because they do not allow for a continuity of council oversight when they are 5 years or longer. And in some cases, they've been 8 and 10 years. So I vote nay.
Okay, Vice Mayor votes nay, Chair votes aye, the motion carries. We voted 18. Moving on to consent resolutions. Ms. Bauer, would you read consent resolution item number 24, R23-78?
Resolution number R23-78, a resolution of the Council of the City of Glendale, Maricopa County, Arizona, authorizing the entering into of an intergovernmental agreement for continued participation in the Arizona Child Abduction Response Team by the Glendale Police Department. There are no speaker cards.
No speaker cards for this item. Do we have any questions? Can I get a motion to approve item 24 on the consent resolutions agenda?
Mayor,
Go ahead.
I move that we approve item 24, a motion to approve consent resolution R 2378.
Second.
A motion from Councilmember Milner, a second from the Vice Mayor to approve items 24 on the consent resolutions agenda. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Appears the ayes have it, do have it. That motion carries unanimous. Moving on to bids and contracts. Ms. Bauer, item 25, if you would, please.
Authorization to enter into a services agreement with Apri Insights LLC and expenditure authorization for costs associated with the victim information and notification every
This one's working.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, you good? All right.
Everybody slap your microphone.
Ms. Bauer.
authorization to enter into a services agreement with Apri Insights LLC and expenditure authorization for costs associated with the victim information and notification everyday services for the police department. There are no speaker cards.
Any questions from the council? Hearing none, can I get a motion to approve item 25?
Motion to approve item number 25.
Second.
A motion from Councilmember Aldama, second from Councilmember Tomachoff. Any discussion? Hearing none. Roll call vote. Councilmember Aldama, how do you vote?
Aye.
Councilmember Hugh, how do you vote?
Aye.
Councilmember Melner, how do you vote?
Aye.
Councilmember Tomachoff, how do you vote?
Aye.
Councilmember Turner, how do you vote?
Aye.
Vice Mayor, how do you vote?
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Motion carries unanimous. Moving on to ordinances. Ms. Bauer, would you introduce 023-31?
Ordinance number O-23-31, an ordinance of the mayor and council of the city of Glendale, Maricopa County, Arizona. 1, approving the sale, execution, and delivery of excise tax revenue obligations in order to finance various city improvements concurrently with previously authorized excise tax revenue refunding obligations that would otherwise have been paid from current funds. 2, delegating to an authorized officer of the city the limited authority to apply current funds to the defeasance of certain excise tax bonds. And 3, authorizing the taking of all other actions necessary to the consummation of the transactions contemplated by this ordinance, including the execution of certain documents and declaring an emergency.
Mayor, members of the council, here to provide staff report on tonight's action item is Levi Gibson, Director of Budget and Finance.
Thank you, Mr. Phelps. Good evening, Mayor and Council. This ordinance is to authorize the Assistant City Manager or Chief Financial Officer to execute documents and take necessary action to cause a cash defeasance of the Series 2015A and Series 2016 Municipal Property Corporation excise tax revenue bonds for debt service savings through the issuance of a new Series 2023 based on an analysis by RBC. This analysis was conducted by RBC based on bond market conditions in August of 2023. The city has Municipal Property Corporation Series 2015A and 2016 bonds totaling approximately $78 million. Based upon the analysis by staff in conjunction with RBC, the 2015A and 2016 bonds are eligible to be cash defeased to lower the city's debt service payments on its outstanding excise tax debt. Due to the current nature of the economy and volatility within the market, this ordinance includes a declaration of an emergency so that it will take effect upon adoption. This allows the city, in coordination with our underwriter and bond counsel, to execute issuance as expeditiously as possible to achieve the highest level of savings net of costs for the city. Mr. Tom Carlson from RBC Capital Markets, the city's underwriter, and Mr. Bill DeHaan from Greenberg Traurig, the city's bond counsel, are with us tonight and are available to take any questions. This concludes my report, and I'm happy to take any questions.
Any questions from the council? Hearing none, can I get a motion on item 26, ordinance number 023-31?
Yes, Mayor, I move we adopt ordinance number O23-31.
Second.
A motion from Councilmember Tomachoff, second from Councilmember Hugh, to approve the recommended action. Any discussion on this motion? Hearing none, roll call vote. Councilmember Eldama, how do you vote?
Aye.
Councilmember Hugh, how do you vote?
Aye.
Councilmember Melner, how do you vote?
Aye.
Councilmember Tomachoff, how do you vote?
Aye.
Councilmember Turner, how do you vote?
Aye.
Vice Mayor, how do you vote?
Aye.
Chair votes aye, that motion carries unanimous. Thank you. Council comments and suggestions. Councilmember Eldama.
Yes, thank you. Just want to remind Glendale residents, come learn more about the Bond Initiative 2023. Meeting will be held September 27th, beginning at 6:30 p.m., held at Velma Teague Library in downtown Glendale. Please join us for some information on the bond. Thank you.
Councilmember Hugh.
Nothing, Mayor.
Councilmember Melner.
Nothing today, Mayor.
Councilmember Tomachoff.
Nothing tonight, Mayor.
Councilmember Turner.
Yes, Mayor, if I could. I just learned yesterday something that maybe others had learned earlier in perhaps August. But a Glendale resident passed away, and of course that happens with some frequency, but this particular one I wanted to mention and remember tonight. Her name is Beverly Moore. She was born in 1939. She passed away August 1st, 2023. She grew up in Glendale, even though she was born in Morenci. She grew up in Glendale, went to elementary school here, went to high school. As an adult, she lived 40 years in California, but she returned back to Glendale in 1989, back to her hometown because she loved it here so much. Upon returning to Glendale, among other things, one of the things she noticed was just how many feral cats and dogs, but particularly cats, there were in our community. And she dedicated the rest of her life until her last day in caring for primarily the cats in our community, finding homes for kittens, feeding colonies, and trying her best to get them the medical attention that they needed. She enlisted many other volunteers to her cause, and Glendale's better for it, and she's the inspiration for our feral cat program that we have here that's available in any of our districts. If you have a feral cat problem in your neighborhood, you should feel free to reach out to your council members, and we have a program that we work with that was developed through her inspiration and her ideas and the network that she had already created. So I just thought that it would be nice to remember her. And she's one of, I guess, sometimes we might say the little people, but they're the people that make Glendale what it is, and they have for years. And they grow up here and they come back here because they love it, just like we do. And so, God bless you, Beverly, and I know that you were met at your Rainbow Bridge by thousands of cats and dogs that you rescued over the years, and I'm sure they welcomed you home just as you welcomed them all into yours. Thank you.
Vice Mayor.
Yes, Mayor. Two things that I want to mention. On this past Saturday night, Glendale hosted Ballet Under the Stars at Saguaro Ranch Park. It was wonderful. I especially enjoyed the excerpt from the Nutcracker because I love traditional ballet. This is a free performance. It is absolutely beautiful. It's something, all the little kids over by the stage twirling around and leaping like they were ballerinas. It was amazing. So I'm sure we'll have it again next year at Saguaro Ranch Park in September. And I certainly encourage you to bring your kids and to introduce them to the ballet. It's a wonderful experience. And then I wanted to remind everyone that on Monday, October 9th, I will have my Winter-Fall District meeting at Desert Diamond Arena at the Desert Diamond Terrace. But we're going to go over a lot of issues and provide a lot of wonderful information. And the arena always outdoes itself in the food it provides for everyone who attends. So please join me Monday, October 9th, Desert Diamond Arena, 6 o'clock. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. I have two things. One, October 14, at Arizona Christian University, 59th Avenue and Greenway. You may remember it as Midwestern University. The 10th year we've done this, including all the way through COVID. We're doing our stand-up for veterans. If you're a veteran, I highly encourage you to show up. If you know a veteran, I'd encourage you to bring them along. They may think that they don't need anything, that their life is just fine, but you don't know what you don't know. There's an opportunity for veterans to come here. I know as of right this minute, we have more than 75 different veteran service organizations that provide every kind of help that you can imagine. 75 different large groups of people that want to make a difference with veterans' lives. And then with that, we have our courts. Our City of Glendale does an incredible job as far as court system showing up. We have our, well, heck, we have everybody involved. The city really has embraced this, making a difference in veterans. You do not have to be a Glendale resident. You don't have to be a Glendale, you don't have to be a Glendale anything. All you have to do is love this country and want to make a difference in vets. If you'd like to be a volunteer, contact my office, let us know. If you have a vet that you think needs help, bring them. And we're going to do everything we can to make their life better that day and the rest of their life. And then with that said, something that the city started doing under our city manager, and I really do like it. Today, staff gave us the opportunity, each one of the council members, to do a little video to thank our people that work for the city, not our citizens, but the employees of the city. Because we can't do what we do without our employees. It's impossible. And we can't do the quality of things that we do without people that are dedicated, again, to improving people's lives. So thanks for that opportunity. I hope that all of the staff gets a chance to video it, to watch the videos. And I hope that, that they know that every one of us that took the time to do a video is sincere in the fact that we do thank very much what they do each and every day. I know it goes unsaid too many times, but if we don't say it enough, then watch the video several times. But literally, Kevin, from yourself all the way down to the person that just got hired today, thank every one of you for what you do each and every day. You make Glendale a great place. So again, thank you.
Mayor, I've been asked to make a clarification, if I may. The bond meeting held on September 27th is not at Velma Teague Library. It will be held at Main Library at 5959 West Brown Street. Again, bond meeting, please join us September 27th, 6:30 p.m. at the Main Public Library. Thank you,
the
Mayor.
Barrel District.
Okay, with that, I have 3 cards of citizens that would like to speak. The next thing is just that citizens' comments. We make the opportunity available to citizens to bring information business before this council, but it's not on our printed agenda. So all of you that come up here, I want to remind you that this audience and anyone speaking tonight, that it is a public meeting. As a chair, we're not going to tolerate any profanity threats to this council or to staff. I don't believe any of you would do that, but just got to let you know up front. With that said, Mr. Deibler, come on up to the microphone. You know the drill. State your name, the district that you live in. If it's Glendale, if it's not Glendale, tell us the city that you're from. You have 3 minutes, sir.
Hi, my name is James Deibler. I live in Phoenix, Arizona. Today, I am speaking to you regarding a few concerns. 2 weeks ago, there were a lot of homeless people sleeping at the bus stop near the Target shopping center at 43rd Avenue in Peoria. The city of Glendale cannot move homeless people due to the United States Court of Appeals for the Ninth Circuit in San Francisco, California. The ruling held that cities can enforce anti-camping ordinance if they do not have enough shuttle beds available for the homeless population. The United States Supreme Court declined to hear a case, leaving all 9 Western states, including Alaska, Arizona, California, Hawaii, Iowa, Montana, Nevada, Oregon, and Washington. That the United States Court of Appeals for the Ninth Circuit can accept the decision to leave homeless people on the streets without proper homeless shelter beds. We need to appeal the decision to allow cities, towns, and counties to put a city ordinance to prevent homeless people from sleeping at the bus stop. Thank you for your time and consideration in these matters.
Thank you, James. Jonathan Abel. Again, if you live in the city of Glendale, your district. If you don't live in the city of Glendale, the city you're from. We do not need your address, just the crossroads if you don't know your district name. You have 3 minutes, sir.
Thank you. I'm in Ian's district, and I'll make it shorter than 3 minutes. I sent to the mayor's office a video link, and it's, if you want to YouTube search it, it's called Horizon Elementary School Emergency, and it really is. It's fearful. I recently went up on the roof of my garage to do some time-lapse photography to see if it was as bad as I thought it was. I photographed for 15 minutes and boiled down. The time-lapse showed 51 jaywalkers, pulling kids, pushing kids, holding kids, walking dogs, what have you. We have, in fact, in practice, 47th Avenue is 6 crazy lanes of traffic. Nobody pays any attention. It's residential. What did we do to deserve that? We pay taxes, but we have city services that can't even get onto our street. The postman, picking up garbage, the whole thing. The resultant daily private property trespassing, traffic noise, student speed dangers, resident anxiety, and general sidewalk crowd filth, such as dog feces, COVID masks. Try picking those up out of your yard. Cigarette butts, drug paraphernalia, the blasting car radios 24/7, repeated assaults. What's going on with Horizon School? I'll take that part out because it disgusts me. The video first documents dangers right at our driveway. 50 jaywalkers shot for 15 minutes. It's only 2 minutes, and everyone should see it. And if you're not shocked, what's wrong? Add to this, as I said, the problems for our tax-paid city services, mail, garbage, recycle. The challenge of removing solid waste, they have to put it in the middle of the street sometimes to pick it up. Now there's an obvious existing way out of this. I have 10 seconds. I'll make it quick. In short, number 1, major change, no school parking on any residential street. Number 2, all drop-off, pick-up parking moved as it should have been. It was planned out on Butler. Number 3, speed pillows on 47th Avenue from Butler north to Diana. And number 4, 4-way 15-mile-an-hour signs approaching schools. There's no 15-mile-an-hour anywhere. And it's up to 25 in front of Horizon School where the kids are running across. I'm telling you, it's a prelude to a disaster. We have the people on staff, some, the transit people and so forth, they are willing to get it done. It's cheap, it's quick, it can be done, most of it can be done with a screwdriver. I rest my case, thank you.
Thank you, sir. And then, I can't make out how the last name's pronounced. First name's Robert. You're up. C-R-U-E? All right, Mr. Crew, you have 3 minutes, sir. If you would, the district that you live in, if you know it. Go ahead.
Glendale, Yucca District. My name is Robert Cruz and I live in Glendale, the Yucca District. I have some concerns and questions that relate to the ballot measure in November for question 1. I visited a website called that appeared on my Facebook page called yesforglendale.com. I followed that link and it led me to the City of Glendale information page regarding the ballot measure. Question 1's language is very vague. It never actually spells out the work that's actually being done or how the money's being spent. It just says road construction projects. And it gives a list of streets and intersections. I found some videos on this measure and they're also vague. They talk about bus turnouts, and again, road construction projects. There's also an Excel document that's on the page, and it's supposed to be a detailed product list, but it's also vague. It just says reconstruct roads between this intersection and this intersection, and that's all it says. This detailed project listing provides no detail. The reason why I bring all this up is because the Yes for Glendale leads me to several questions. The yesforglendale.com website appears to be a lobbyist organization of some kind, with a website and Facebook ads paid by a group called Best of the West. I have no idea who they are, and they didn't provide any information as to tell us who they were. As stated before, on question 1, the detailed project listing has several streets that were proposed for reconstruction. Some of these streets were just repaved before the Super Bowl. Now my concern is if we're sending out a bond measure for $82 million, why are we digging up brand new streets that were just repaved? A lot of these streets are in and around the Glendale, Westgate district and the stadium. Why don't they pay for all this? This bond measure states that it isn't likely to raise property taxes. When I retired from the military, I moved to Glendale. Over the last 10 years, I've had several property tax increases. What could cause the property taxes to increase if this ballot measure is adopted? Taxes may not increase, but they aren't being lowered either. In this economy, we should not be asking for spending levels to remain the same. If anything, we should be looking for ways to cut costs and relieve the strain on the residents of this city. Gas is already reaching $5 a gallon, and it's likely to continue to rise, which, as you know, raises the cost of everything else. Inflation is a real problem. What happens to the money with the pavement improvement program? Does anybody know? In closing, I'm not against this ballot measure per se. There just isn't enough information to provide an educated vote. On this list, there are areas and the streets that could really use some repair, but there are also streets that it would be a huge waste of money for. The streets that are being proposed to reconstruct these streets that are they were just repaved. Also, quite a few of these projects that surround the Westgate Entertainment District don't need any of these repairs. Matter of fact, the street between 83rd, on 83rd between Glendale and Bethany Home Road is all been repaved, and that's on the list to be reconstructed. There's a brand new intersection there.
I'll need you to wrap it up, sir.
I'm finishing right now. Question 1, I believe, is purposely vague. I'm asking for question 1 to be reevaluated given the current economic conditions and possibly removed from the ballot. Question 2 is very specific, and it tells you exactly where the money is going to be spent. Vagueness leads to waste and fraud. Please be more specific with these ballot measures. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. There being no further business before the council tonight, I'd like to thank everyone for attending. There's no objection from this council. We're adjourned.